Hey, hello everybody, this is Dad Silosaur, and welcome to a tutorial on what I believe is the easiest first day, potentially, iron farm in the game. And you could do this on the very first day, if not the first day. Let's say for sure within 1 day of finding a village. So what you see in my toolbar here, that's all you're just gonna need to punch down a tree. As long as you have a wooden pickaxe and a wooden shovel, get yourself a little bit of cobblestone, make these items, and get to it. Okay, so the first thing, we want to find a village. Okay, so you find a village, you're going to want to steal 10 beds. Now, you could do it with 5 beds, but you'll skip a step by being able to get 10. So if you only find a small village, don't fret. So you're just going to want to go and grab up 10 beds. Okay, so getting the 10 beds does a couple things. Number one, you're going to need the beds. And again, if you only find 5, that's just fine. You'll just have to do it in 2 steps, and it'll be apparent in what you do. But getting the beds does 2 things. Number one, you need the beds to do this. Number 2, it encourages the villagers to sleep in your beds, which is what you're going to want them to do. The great thing about this is there's no fighting with them to get where you want. So the very next step, once you have 10 beds, go to the end of the village, not too far. You want them to be able to find these beds, and you're going to want to go ahead and start digging out a trench. So you want to go 5 wide and 9 deep. Incidentally, before you start digging, stand around for a minute and make sure we don't really want there to be a bunch of caves underneath, because the caves you might dig into the cave, it could interfere. It could, if there's a big enough cave, golems could spawn down there, and so just listen around. If you don't hear any mob noises, you're in good shape. Okay, so now we need to dig down 9 blocks. Okay, so now we're 5 wide, 9 deep. Now just dig out 1 more block and make this space 4 blocks tall. Okay, so now once you get this dug out so that it's too deep, now you're going to want to take 5 beds. All right, and just place them down in here like that. Then kind of go over to the side and pillar up and fill the blocks in as you go. So you're just leaving that 5 by 2 by 4 tall space down at the bottom. Okay, and once you get your pillar back level, now take the remaining 5 beds and place them over the hole just like this, so that the headrest is going over the hole. And incidentally, I want to mention this particular version of an iron farm. What I've done is I've taken a few different iron farms, two in particular, and I'll link both of these in the comments so that you can see the original file. I've combined 2 different iron farms into this one that I think is way easier and faster than either of the other ones. No disrespect intended. They're great iron farms, but this is one that you don't need really anything to do, and it's so easy to do, and I'll put those links in there. Okay, so now we've got our hole with the beds at the bottom. We've got 5 beds here. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and dig out, skip 1 block, and then dig out a 5 by 5 trench, and dig it 3 blocks deep. Okay, so now we got our 5 by 5 by 3 deep. Now you're going to take your blocks, and what we want to do is we want to place a block here, then break that one, skip a block, and do the exact same thing. Okay, now you can go ahead and break a couple blocks, pillar out of there, and that's what it should look like. It should look exactly like that. That's it. You're done. Now we just need to get people to sleep in the beds. And since we've stolen most of their beds, should not be a problem. So let's wait for night. All right, it's getting dark. These guys are finding their way over. All right, and as soon as we have 5 people in beds, okay, now we just break the bed. They will automatically fall where the head of the bed is, so you'll automatically have 5 people down there. You will immediately start, we got a guy fell in there. Well, that's not going to work out too good for him. The only requirement is they have to have slept. You can see that they're all sleeping. and it must have been day enough for one of these to spawn. Now, at first, it's going to be slow going because we're killing these guys by suffocation. Okay, now we're just going to probably no more will spawn until daytime. So when this one goes, we will come back at sunrise, and then I'll show you how to make this more efficient. Okay, we're daytime, and these guys are falling in there. You're probably going to want to put a fence around this thing to keep villagers out. You don't have to do it right away, but you don't want all your villagers dying. Now, here's the cool thing. So you're going to need to make a hopper and a chest to make this thing automatic. And at first you're like, wait a minute, you said this was easy. And it is. You just wait for your first couple of golems, and you just manually go down there and pick up the iron. It'll just take a couple of golems. Okay, let's make sure we... come on out, fella. Okay, so the other thing that could affect the spawn rate of this is if golems are wandering too close to it. So again, another reason to put up a perimeter fence to keep the golems. They don't have to be too far away. I think they have to be like 10 or 12 blocks away, so not a big deal. We'll get as soon as this guy leaves the area, we'll get some more golems spawning. Okay, so we've had a few golems spawn in here, and it's a little slow going at first, and they have died. Okay, so now we're going to take the iron we got here, and we're going to make a hopper, and we're also going to make a chest. Okay, we'll wait for this guy to finish, and we'll make our hopper, chest, and we'll make a bucket. Okay, so hard to talk over those guys. All right, now, in the one of the corners, you're going to want to go ahead and we're going to place down a chest. Okay, and then we're going to place a hopper going into that chest. All right, then this is where we're going to need the stair. Okay, we're going to take our stair, place it over the chest, just like so. Now we're going to put these blocks back. Now you're going to want to replace these blocks right here. Once you're going to change to the auto killing mechanism, you're going to want these blocks here to be stone, because there's going to be lava here, and the lava will catch the grass on fire, and then anything close to it up there if you do that. The rest of it can be dirt. Okay, you're all filled in. All right, so now we need to take our signs. We need to place one here, one here, one there, and one here. This is the only tricky part. Once you've made your buckets, make 2 buckets, and you're going to want to go find some lava. Now remember, this farm was up and working before any of this. You're just using a suffocation method that you didn't need any of this fancy stuff for. This is just to make it more automatic. So we place our lava there. We'll get rid of these dirt. We're going to go ahead and in the opposite corner of the hopper, we place water. There you go. And now that these blocks here at the top are stone, the lava won't catch that grass on fire. All right, there you go. And once you get done with that, you just close this up here so nobody can get to them. I don't think anything can spawn down there, but if we want to give them a torch, let's go ahead and give them a torch. All right, so now they got a torch. Okay, it's all closed up. This is completely done. Now, again, you might, in case you have any suicidal villagers, you might want to complete a fence around this thing. Make sure that none of the golems from the village can wander in here within 10 or 12 blocks of that, and you are in business. This thing is probably the easiest early game iron farm with the fewest amount of resources that I've seen. Oh yeah, then you just want to build yourself a little staircase so you can get to the chest. And that is it. Now this, because there's no zombie involved, this only works during the day. So as soon as these guys all wake up, the sun comes up and they wake up, it'll start spawning golems again, and you'll be back in business. This thing, I tested this type of thing on another world, and I'm getting like just under 3 stacks of iron per hour. So it's not great for mega builds, but on a single player world, I mean, you literally could spawn into a brand new world, grab yourself a crafting table and just a couple of wood tools, and as soon as you find a village, you can build this within a day have your iron squared away. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please drop this video a like. And I also have a survival guide / let's play series running. Consider giving that a watch. Would love to see you subscribe to my channel. That would be very helpful. But certainly a like on this one if you enjoyed it would be great. But thanks again. That's going to do it. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.